I click the close button. Status says not streaming.
Attendees, there you go. Chat widgets. View speaker. Yeah. Oh, stream manager. Oh, okay. That's the wrong thing.
Yeah, it is. It is saying please wait, but not moving forward any. I'm not able to make any selections. I'm pretty sure if I hit the close button that it will stop trying to stream. But I do not see any other option at this point in time. So I'm going to hit the close button, and your image is gone on my screen again. I'm going to hit start recording. Recording name, get found, be seen. Today is the 7th. 7/7/2025. Let's just start recording. All right, recording's happening. Now I'll be able to find out if you're going to be on the screen or not. Now I'll go back to Stream Manager. I'm going to turn off Facebook. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to remove Facebook. Are you sure you want to delete? Yeah, let's delete. Okay, so there's get found. Now I'm going to start streaming. Oh, it took away my title and everything.
What?
Using, oops. No. Paying for Zoom. Try Meetn instead. All right. Carl and I are experimenting with Meetn. Check it out. All right, let's hit the start streaming. You cannot stream without choosing at least one destination. I do have a destination chosen. It's right here. It's the get found, be seen. Start streaming. You cannot stream without choosing one destination. That is weird. All right. Add YouTube. Get found. You're signing back in. Continue. Continue. Oh, look at that. Now I've got 2 get found be seens.
Uh-oh.
All right, here's the new one. I'll switch it on. Now I'm going to click start streaming. All right, now it's saying please wait again. The only difference between this attempt and the previous attempt is that I removed Facebook to make sure that it wasn't Facebook causing the stream to not stream. Oh, look at that, streaming. It says streaming and recording.
Nice.
All right.
Right on.
Well, here we are. Streaming on a Monday morning or Monday afternoon, depending on where in the globe you may be located. Or I guess Tuesday. It could be Tuesday, depending on where in the globe you're located.
True.
Oh, my
goodness.
Very true. Well, here we are at the Get Found, Be Seen studios. Well, at least Carl's at the studio. I'm in my office. So, but we're experimenting with this Meetn tool. We're going to see what it looks like when we stream. We're going to see what it looks like when we record. We're going to see what what happens. How exciting.
Testing out real time.
Real time. Because it was just so awesome.
Yes, indeed.
I'm really impressed with it. I like all the buttons. I think it's super simple to use. I think it will definitely replace Zoom. It's just a learning curve, like with any new platform. Not even with a new platform, and sometimes these platforms revamp, and suddenly you're relearning a platform you've already been using. What?
Yep.
What happens?
I'm testing out in Zoom. It looks good.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Have my volume in.
Let's go to the YouTube.
Except on the YouTube, you're on the other side. Our frames are switched. That's all good.
On YouTube, it's switched
the other way. It looks good though.
Let's see. Let's go in here. Go here. And here's our channel. And there it is live. Oh, hey. That's funny. Even though it never showed, it did go live on the first attempt.
Really?
Yes, there are two. In fact, it still says it's live.
Interesting.
I'm going to click on.
I see it. I see.
Oh, that's where we're. No, that's what we just happened. I don't know. That's funny though. I just played it. It showed what we just said, but it's using the title from the previous one. I don't know. But it's fun.
Double trouble. And it says, yep, the other one says live. So,
yep.
2 are live right now.
Interesting.
Actually, oh, yep. Yeah. All right.
Well, one thing I like about this tool is that it's web-based, web browser-based. So we don't have to download a tool, which means that you can potentially, let's see if I can do this. All right. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. No, I have to do it this way. Hold on. We're experimenting live here. Check this out. Here we go. Oh, yep. We're going to log in, connect by computer. Here we go. The webcam, allow that. And I need to turn off. I need to mute. I will have to mute as soon as I get in. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Oh, and the speaker. There we go. Okay, now we're. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
I think that is something interesting. Now, what I like about that is I get to see what everybody else sees. Ooh, I froze there for a moment on what everybody else saw, but not on my screen.
I didn't see a freeze, by the way.
You didn't, huh?
Nope.
Well, that was just in my web browser then. And there's a slight delay between the two different things. That's interesting too. Well, we'll see what it looks like on the recording. And yeah, boom. Monty on Firefox.
On Firefox. On fire.
On fire. All right, well, let's move out of that. That was just a demonstration of, hey, it's super simple to use the tool and log in. And I wonder now on the YouTube. Let's look on YouTube. Now we're going to look on YouTube. Oh, look at that. So it doesn't show. It's just the screen. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed.
Love it.
So if you'd like to try Meetn, you can go to trymeetn.com. That's always an option there. Here, I'm going to add a folder, and now I'm going to add. I don't want to add a folder. I want to add a widget. Add widget, a call to action, try Meetn at try Meetn.com. Let's see. Oh, I could add a button, but a button doesn't work in a stream. So let's just see if this works. Where's that? No call. Oh, wow. No CTA details added.
Huh.
Oh my goodness. I guess I need to go to the settings. Oh, I see. That's the name of, I need the headline. The headline is try Meetn.
Try Meetn. This
Try
is good, ladies and gentlemen. This is real
Meetn.com.
time. Real time.
Look at that. Now, save. Boom. So there's a silly little call to action.
That'd be cool if you could. That'd be cool if you could click on the screen and there'd be a link there. That would be cool.
Well, for members, if you come into the meeting room, that's one of the cool things is that I can pop that up there. And if it had a link on it, like I can go down here to the button, target website. Now let's see. There's the.
You mean like we're in the room right now?
Button.
Oh,
click me.
Let's do that. I want to test it out.
I could change the size. That's what I would really like to change. But let's pop that up there. I'll show you. Boom.
Ooh, let me try. Ooh. Let me see. Click me. Nice.
So if you're holding a meeting and you want everybody to have a link, instead of popping it into the chat, you can have it pre-made. And I mean, I made it on the fly, but you can make it pre-made so that you don't have to fumble around.
Right.
And show it on the screen and everybody can click on it.
That's fire. That is fire. I love that.
There's several other things that you can pop up on people's screens. You can open up a web page on their screen.
Nice.
So instead of saying, go to this web page, you can actually send a web page to an individual person in a meeting, or you can reset it and pop it up on the screen for everybody. And when you do that, they can click on it.
Nice.
But it's their own version. So the idea there is like, hey, you want to sign up for the forum? You want to join the mailing list, whatever? Here's the form. And you can put it up on everybody's screen and everybody can fill it out right then and there.
Right. What I love too is if you do like a masterclass or webinar, you can do that, click that link and they can give us a survey, fill out a survey.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah.
Fill out a survey. They could fill in a form. They could go to a specific website. They could, it's just like, it's a preset. In fact, let's see if I can share. I want to share the entire screen.
Up to how many people can be on in a meeting? Meeting?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Carl.
Actually, that was a loaded question. I just thought about that when I asked it.
I believe that it's the starting point is 1,000.
That's hot.
So let's see. I don't want that.
Wait, so you have more than 1,000 then, right? You have that more than 1,000 that option, right?
Boom! Look, there it is. There is
the sharing.
The shared screen.
Sweet.
And here the little widget. So I have these widgets that I can open up, and here's the folder with all my widgets, which I only made this one, and I click on it, and there it is, and I can just hide it again. Boom.
Nice.
And then the share screen's the same. It's like, here's the share button. Well, how do I stop? Well, it says stop sharing right there.
Yep.
Boom.
I have a question. Another question. I wonder if you know this. Can you stream live with a pre-recorded?
Now that is not something that is available yet.
Okay.
Right now, Meetn is competing heavy with Zoom.
Okay.
We are experimenting with using it in place of StreamYard. But there's that thing that StreamYard can do that Meetn cannot yet. But they do on their timeline of things to add, they would like to make it more versatile and capable of replacing a streaming service. I mean, they're halfway there.
That's gonna be hot. So I'm loving this because I'm thinking one thing I thought about was when we're scheduling something to take place, our show, for example. I'm like, wait a minute, it's all StreamYard. You're able to do that, but I'm like, you could just put up a flyer and then just go live when the time comes. That's a workaround.
Sure.
Yeah. So cool. It's fun.
Yes. I'm also very impressed with the attendees button and the ability to hide all muted people and mute everybody with a button. So you can take your meeting and turn it into a webinar situation with 2 little clicks.
That's hot.
And then, of course, you can always, ask somebody to unmute. And so there's simulating that StreamYard situation where you have bunches of people in the background, except StreamYard's limited to 10. So you could have 1,000 people in the background, and you could specifically invite certain ones to come up and join on the gallery view.
Right. A summit.
Yep. It could easily accomplish that scenario too.
Yeah. I love that.
So yeah, I'm
digging this.
I'm thinking that this is going to be a good replacement, because to get 1,000 attendees on Zoom, it's like $150 a month or something silly.
Mm-hmm. Not with this.
And then the other thing that I hated with Zoom is you share your screen, or you want to open the chat box, or you have it on minimized, or not minimized, but not full screen on one screen and the chat box on another screen, and then it goes back behind something. And where do I turn it off? How do I raise my hand? Where are the controls? Because they conveniently disappear until you hover over the right spot. But where's the right spot? Because that can be moved. So with this, everything is in the same spot. So when someone asks me, oh, how do you do this? Where's the button for that? Well, I can direct them to it because it's in the exact same place as it is on my screen.
Yeah.
And all the buttons show, I think there's one button. If I disable the share screen ability, then your share screen button will disappear. But other than that, all of the other buttons are there. And if you're a guest and you click on something that you're not supposed to touch, a little message pops up that says you don't have authorization.
Yeah. Love it.
But it's still there. So that way, again, when I tell you, oh, look for the green buttons in the top center and count 2 from the left, that's going to be your speaker. That's going to be the speaker for everybody.
Yeah. I love how it highlights, like the faded highlight when the person speaks. That's pretty cool. Hey.
That's customizable. And Zoom has that also.
It is. Oh, I didn't know that. I know that has it, but I didn't know it's customizable. Nice.
I think it's customizable by room settings. Room settings, show people's names, show active speaker. Yeah, active speaker highlight color. Look at this. I'm going to change it right now.
Can make it your brand color. Nice.
Now, is there a save? And there it is.
Very nice. Yeah. That's fine. I didn't know Zoom could do that as well, though. I didn't think so.
Well, there's an outline. It's just not quite the same faded little thing that this has.
Yeah. It's faded and cool. It's unique.
And of course, I think I could go in here and you just make the color nothing. Transparent color if you want it to not have that.
Yep. I think it's cool, though. Good to have the option, though.
There's another thing that I haven't used yet that I think is kind of neat. Is that when you exit the meeting room, there is a setting that you can have it redirect people to a URL. So you have a meeting, and at the end of the meeting, or even in the middle of the meeting, someone hits the X button and leaves. It'll pop open a URL
For that person?
for that person.
Wow.
I mean, unless they close their web browser completely, but if they just X out of the Meetn, then instead, normally what Meetn does is it goes to the Meetn website and asks you to rate the call. But you can plug in a URL, so that way when they close the Meetn, it goes to your landing page, it goes to your sign up form, it goes to your sales page, whatever.
Love that. Love it, man. That's fire.
Yeah, I haven't even played with that. I just saw that right there in the settings.
Shoot, yeah. Love that.
Page on exit, custom toolbar button. Oh yeah. The background. The one thing that I'm kind of like, that's kind of weird. The background. I mean, we have our background from StreamYard, but it's not the same as an overlay.
Oh, that could go over your screens?
Well, it's like because we're covering the background completely.
Yeah. I wonder if you
depending on the screen size, that's another thing that's kind of interesting with this scenario, because it's a background based on screen size and where we're positioned.
Yeah.
You don't get to see much of the background.
I wonder if you might have to put the branding on the title and stuff at the bottom. It's
right.
I can see that. You can restructure the graphic.
Right.
That's not
although
a big
once
issue.
You start adding more people in, then that'll change up too. So
right.
Another one of those features is this tool's brand new. So
right. I'm pretty sure they'll adjust that. But you can work around that. That's
feature requests.
Feature requests. Yeah.
Whatever is called for the most, that's probably what they'll be doing.
Yeah, cool, man. But this is fun. I do love how you can put the background on. Because can you put a background when you're on Zoom? Like, can you have it in the background like our graphic? I don't think so.
Just your own background. Yeah, I don't think there's a room background.
Yeah.
The other neat thing is that the waiting room for Meetn, you can have an image on that too.
I love it. I wonder if you can have a video on it. That would be hot.
No, I have not seen a video. That would be here, room settings, and it's the welcome page image. Yep, but there's that on exit. You could have it go to a web page with a video on it.
Dig it.
You can set it up. Actually, you could plug in your phone number, and when someone comes into a meeting room, like your meeting room, and it's empty, you can have it call you.
Love it. That's hot.
I don't think I'll ever set it up for that, but if that's the type of scenario, you have a meeting room set up for a certain group of clientele. Hey, you have access to me. Jump in here, and it'll phone me, and I'll meet you. Meet you in Meetn.
Meet you in Meetn. I wonder how many platforms you can go to for social media for streaming. I forgot to look into that.
Well, the destinations,
yeah.
They got the Facebook and the YouTube are the what's the word I want? They're already there as a selection. They're pre-programmed in.
Pre-programmed.
Custom RTMP.
And
then you would need to have a stream key and the server URL and whatnot. But again, new company, new service, and they're looking at getting that more in place. But first, it was all about the Zoom aspect. Make the buttons simple. Make the buttons easily labeled. Make the layout intuitive.
That's right. Really cool. Yeah, I'm liking this, man.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying all the different features and the different ways to test it out. And the few things that's like, oh, well, here's a convenience that I'm accustomed to in the other tool. It's either there's a simple workaround or I'm willing to wait until they make the replacement. Because,
Yep.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I dig it. I can't wait to do a webinar on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. In fact, I've got to start doing those more. I'm going to be doing them monthly. That's my plan.
Monthly webinar.
And this Meetn tool will help. You can schedule events and have the registration thing all encapsulated in the Meetn, and it automatically sends out a reminder, an email reminder, a day ahead of time, an hour ahead of time, and 15 minutes ahead of time.
I love that.
And those are even selectable. You don't have to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can select just the 1 hour or just the 1 day and the 15 minute, or any combination thereof. Little check boxes.
Love that.
And then
yeah,
right on the top, there's another feature that you usually have to pay an extra fee to Zoom, but they have breakout rooms.
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
I've never thought about using one, or why would you need to use one. I've never had a group large enough that would really need that. But then again, it wasn't available to me. I mean, it was, but I didn't want to pay for it to experiment and see if I could use it.
Yeah.
So just having it as part of the package is pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well, that's the first foray into the Meetn tool. There's plenty of more questions and things to check out.
Mm-hmm.
And
again, we're like tinkering with this.
Yeah. And here I hooked up my URL to my affiliate link. And that's that trymeetn.com. That takes you to my affiliate link for Meetn.
Nice.
And as with anything with an affiliate link through Monty Armstrong, if you buy an affiliate product through me, I will provide you support. Not technical support, the hand-holding support. How do I do this? How do I do that? Show me on my screen. Sit with me one-on-one. And the neat thing about Try Meetn, it's like, hey, you get Meetn, well, we can get in a meeting room.
Right. That's true.
I helped Sue Emily kind of experiment around with it, and we did the open a second web browser, and we both did it. So there was 2 of her and 2 of me, and then we were changing the views and changing the different settings to see what would happen, and sharing a screen, and that way we could see what happened, on the main screen and then on the visitor screen. And
right. That's cool. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Really, really liking this. Glad you inspired me to get this. Great alternative. I think about this with my classes, workshops, webinars, meetings in general. More personalized, more fun, more flexibility. Definitely. So learning, not even a big learning curve, but it's something new, so it takes getting used to. But this is summits. We're going to do some of it myself. And actually, my wife, Teresa, she's going to do some of those. So we can use this platform for summits. Really make it fun, make it an experience.
I like how the rooms are a named room, and you can have a waiting room, or you can turn that off, and you can have a password. So that way you can change the password in the future and keep your security so that nobody can just pop into it unannounced.
Right.
But it's the same URL.
Yeah, that's fire. That is cool.
And it's not just some weird, 6J473, it's the name you want it to be.
Yeah.
So more branding.
And you could brand it as your domain name or just the brand name of the event.
Or well, since it's repeating, you want to think about the room. So this is the Get Found Be Seen room.
Right.
I have Monty Armstrong as one of my rooms for my personal meetings. Yep. My recurring webinar is in a room named after the webinar, the ideal client map.
Right. And it's cool because you can keep changing it. So you get 3. I'm cool with 3. That's plenty.
Yeah, that gets you started. That gives you a personal, that gives you a webinar one, and that gives you some other avenue. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you can schedule events in each room separately.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, more to find out, more to learn. We will continue figuring this out. It's a little, there's a little convenience that we're missing with, say, like StreamYard, which is going to give us the what do I want? The shorts, the way to edit right in there. We'll have to take the recording from this and put it into something else to edit that recording.
I do that anyway. Yeah.
There's a few things that it's like, well, these other tools do have some features.
Yeah.
I'm not using those features all that much. I'm still taking my StreamYard video and putting it into Descript.
Yeah.
Because Descript is much more powerful.
Yeah.
And it's like, want to use all these tools, but I don't want to overcomplexify. Overcomplexify. Good stuff.
It's hilarious.
Well, we'll keep experimenting with this. We're coming up on our 3-year anniversary.
So good.
Something special there.
Yeah. Very cool.
Well, until next time, thanks for joining us on our live, on the fly, experimenting with Meetn.
You like how you put that, huh?
That's too funny. It's like a dad joke. I love it.
It's like a dad. Hey, we're dads. That's what we do.
It fits.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit stop streaming and see what happens.
Boom.
There you go. Now I can hit stop recording.
Cool. And you could play, if you want an outro, you could play the video for an outro, right?
Yeah, I could share screen. Yeah, or the widget. I could set up a video on the widget.
Ah, nice.
And then play that. Yeah. Now the other neat thing. Oh, here's something I hadn't even thought about. We didn't discuss is that I did the recording. See, I don't know about the stream.
Cool.
Oh, look at that. You've got admin power.
That's cool. Yeah.
You got all the tools to your availability there.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That threw my train of thought. Derailed my train of thought.
Oh, sorry.
So cool. Recordings with a click of the button, you can make them replays. So you don't have to download and put them someplace. You can actually just record them, and then there's a link that you can send to people, and they have access to the replay, and you can make it downloadable or not.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
So that's cool for webinars and scheduled events. So you can have that replay automatically there. You don't have to. See, that's always something. It's like, is there going to be a replay? Well, tech permitting. It's like, well, it's still tech permitting, but now there are 2 layers removed. You don't have to download it, and you don't have to upload it to the new location where the replays are at.
Right.
I mean, you still may want to. Maybe the replay is going to be on YouTube or on your website or in your members area or something like that. But I'm looking at like, oh, members have access to the replay. Well, that means in the members area is where the link to the replay is.
Right. And you could put the code up. You could put the code up for the replay and embed it in a membership site or something like that if you want.
Right. Yep.
Nice. I love that. Ooh, that's really good.
There's so many ways of setting that up. Looking at the recordings here. So there's the.
I'm looking at YouTube. I'm like, wait, is one still live? I think so. Yep, one is still live. Interesting. You might need to refresh, maybe. I'm not sure. Huh. Things that make you go,
Wow.
Huh? That's something else.
I'm looking at how delayed it is.
Oh, the delay?
Yeah, it's like 40-second delay. That is something else.
Interesting.
Okay, so it's not saying that I'm streaming. Oh, hang on, wait a second. What do we got here? No, there's nothing streaming. There's no way to stop that stream.
Interesting. You may want to try refreshing. Maybe that might.
All right, I'll refresh.
Still.
Well, I don't think that's going to stop anything either because you are an admin in the room.
Oh, now it's me. Should I refresh too then?
No, see, I went away and you're still there.
You're still there.
We would both. We just have to close. We have to end the room. Is what we'd have to do.
And
oh, that is funny. We switched spots.
Oh, aha!
Oh, that is hilarious.
I was waiting for my aha to come. Aha! And I'm gonna lean back.
All right. Well, let's just both close the thing and then come back into it.
All right. Here we go. Interesting.
It's really interesting. I'm in here twice.
I can't get my.
Oh, and it is still. Maybe, I don't know. Here, let me. Oh, I think it's still streaming.
You think so?
Yeah, it's still streaming.
Interesting.
Right. Switch into my meeting room. Let's exit this one and switch into my personal room.
Okay.